The air in Milledgeville doesn't just feel humid, it feels heavy, like it's saturated with a century of collective agony. You stand before the Pecan Grove, a massive, unmarked field where over 25,000 souls are buried in nameless pits. There are no headstones here, only rusted metal stakes, with numbers that have long since flaked away into the red Georgia clay. As the sun dips below the horizon, the silence of the woods isn't peaceful, it's expectant. You realize too late that the ground beneath your boots isn't just earth, it's a ceiling for the forgotten. Entering the Powell Building feels like stepping into a rotting throat. The smell hit me instantly, a mixture of powdered lime, wet plaster, and something metallic that tasted like old blood. My flashlight beam cut through the darkness, illuminating rows of rusted iron bed frames bolted to the floor. In the hydrotherapy room, the clawfoot tubs sat like open coffins, stained with rings of copper-colored grime. I heard it then, the sound of wet footsteps on the floor above, rhythmic and slow, dragging something heavy across the linoleum. There shouldn't be anyone here. The building has been condemned for decades. I aimed my light at the ceiling as the dragging sound stopped directly above my head. Suddenly, a thick black liquid began to drip through the cracks in the plaster, splashing onto my boots. I looked up, and for a split second, the beam caught a pair of pale, elongated fingers gripping the edge of a hole in the ceiling. A face, distorted, skin stretched tight like parchment over a skull, peered down. It didn't have eyes, just dark, weeping hollows. It let out a sound that wasn't a scream, but a wet, raspy inhalation, like someone trying to breathe through a punctured lung. I ran. I didn't look back until I reached the rusted perimeter fence, my lungs burning in the night air. When I got home, I stripped off my boots to clean the black sludge, but it wasn't there. Instead, burned into the leather of my right boot was the distinct charred outline of a human handprint. To this day, I can't sleep in total silence. If the room gets too quiet, I start to hear that wet, rhythmic dragging sound coming from the crawl space above my bed.